Hey up, what if Bouncer from Skylanders Giants had a Pokemon Mega Evolution? This is the plan for the build, and as you can see his main features are 2 giant minigun hands, a shoulder mounted missile turret, a Space Marine inspired jetpack, and a giant wheel. I'm doing another one of these Skylander videos as my last one got over 70k views and over 10k likes on TikTok, which is crazy. But before beginning, I'll brutally batter a bunch of balled up bacon foil to bulk out Bouncer's big, bold, brash, battle ready body base. I can then wrap this ball of foil up in clay and smooth it out with my finger, and once this part has been baked in the oven, I can add some liquid clay to add some more clay and then build up his torso. If I roll out a semi-decently thick wormy dealy, I can wrap it around a drive socket I found in my garage and then flatten this and sand it down so I can attach it to Bouncer's torso. This all then gets blended together and baked in the oven to save my progress, and I can get started on a head, which starts off as a ball cut into a semicircle, add some eyes and some eyebrows, and then I made the rest of it off camera because I had to keep stopping and starting because I kept getting it wrong and it was taking up too much space in my phone. I started sculpting his jaw and teeth, but something about it looked off. I thought maybe it was the gap between his mouth and eyes that was too big, so I cut it off, started sanding it down, looked at it again, and yeah, no, I still hate it. I think it's too small, so I made a new one. I'll attach this new head to the torso, and then I'll add some armature wire for the wheel. Help me! Actually, I lied. I forgot to add his lower torso detail, so I'll do that, sand it down, and then make sure that my lungs are sufficiently coated in a decent amount of super sculpting. And to make the wheel, I'm rolling some foil up in a cylinder, but it's too long. So I'll spank the bad little foil for being naughty, and then I can wrap it in clay. At this point though, I couldn't decide if I'd done it too big or not, so I went with this smaller option instead. I also realised I'd done this part way too long, so I started sanding it down, drilling a hole in it for the armature wire, and then breaking my drill. I then attached it back onto the model and then realised it's still too long again. Boo, new background. Well, new cutting mat at least. I added this half gear for his head as well, and this fork for the wheel. The arms were surprisingly easy, as I've carefully curated this design to avoid having to sculpt hands at all costs. The good part about creating my own design is that I don't have to be completely faithful, so I don't have to worry about accuracy at all. Because if there's one thing that I suck at, it's accuracy. This shoulder pad can get attached, which will somehow morph even longer in the very next shot, and then the beginnings of a jetpack can be made. I actually made the jetpacks already, off camera. But it was just making 2 shapes and then gluing them together, so you didn't really miss much. A bunch of even-sized balls get turned into spikes, which are then dotted around Bouncer's brawlic body. Because what better way to boost Bouncer's battle readiness than by begrudgingly bedazzling Bouncer with a barrage of barbaric, brutally barbed bits and bolting on a bouquet of blunt, belligerent blades. All that to say, he looked like he needed some spikes. For the miniguns, I've made 3 discs with holes appropriately sized for a bunch of skewer sticks, which I can shove in and then realise I still need to cut them to size. Once I've glued all the miniguns together and stuck them onto Bouncer's arms, that's pretty much him all done. And here's them both side by side. It's a pretty big upgrade. So it's time to paint, so it's high time he got primed. For the paint, I'm using a mix of bronze and yellow ochre on the airbrush. I thought I'd save myself having brush strokes all over the model, so let's use the airbrush. And it's f***ing broke. Of course it is. Okay, so I managed to half fix the airbrush, but it only sprays when it feels emotionally ready, so a painstaking amount of time later, I finally got a base coat. I mean, look at that. How it's not spraying, but then it does, but then it doesn't. Ugh, it took me so long. Honestly, about 2 hours later, I'm finally done with the airbrush. So I'll stop talking for this part, so you can watch me do my best Helen Keller impression, and try and work this paintbrush. Okay, so I had the absolute worst time of my life painting this guy, and at this point I'm absolutely sick of this project, so he's just getting a grass base, and I'm calling it there. So like the video, and leave a comment to appease the algorithm gods, and if you want to see me make something I'm really proud of, click the video on the screen after these intense glamour shots. Thanks for watching.